11:30 p.m. 26 district officers received a radio call for an abduction in progress in the area of Germantown and Erie Avenues. Upon arrival, officers learned that a 2010 Ford Taurus had been left running with the keys still left in the ignition, and a 12-year-old complainant was still asleep in the back seat when the vehicle was stolen by an unknown individual. About 20 minutes later, at around 9:53 p.m., our brave survivor was located at Broad Street and Roosevelt Boulevard. She was transported to the hospital for evaluation and was able to provide investigators with a detailed account of what transpired inside that vehicle. On Monday, June 2nd, we received information from Real-Time Crime Center that an automated license plate reader had detected the vehicle in the vicinity of 5400 Poplar Street. Officers responded to that location and recovered the vehicle. Evidence that the complainant described as being in that vehicle was still inside and recovered during a search warrant. That evidence was submitted to our Office of Forensic Science, where it was processed and analyzed, resulting in a positive DNA hit. The complainant was shown a photo array based on that DNA match and made a positive identification on our 17-year-old suspect, who was subsequently picked up this morning at his residence on an arrest warrant and placed in custody. He is being charged with rape, contact with a minor, and related offenses. I would just like to take this moment to thank the detectives here at Special Victims who worked tirelessly throughout their weekend on this investigation, as well as detectives from the Real-Time Crime Center and Office of Forensic Science. This is just another great example of how information sharing and putting together pieces of the puzzle come together, and we are able to bring the investigation to a close.
Captain, we have to ask, I mean, obviously it feels like a gut punch for probably every parent or every person out there about what happened, but you just mentioning the 17-year-old.
Yes.
Is this person being charged as an adult, the 17-year-old, and do you suspect that they're involved in any other either sexual assaults or car thefts?
So he is a juvenile, so I'm not at liberty to discuss his previous arrest history. As far as how he's going to be charged, that is up to the DA's office, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to release more information on our suspect.
And you can talk about previous arrests, but can you say if you're looking at him being linked to other incidents in the city that haven't been closed yet?
We're not looking at him in reference to any other incidences like this one at this moment.
Are you able to say that this was a crime of opportunity, that this individual saw the situation where he would be able to take the car and then reacted once he saw there was an individual in the car?
At this time, it's believed that it was just a crime of opportunity at that moment. It's just unfortunate that our survivor was still in the back sleep at the time.
Do you know what the parent was doing at that time, why they left the car on?
I believe she was going into one of the stores in the area, I believe.
How's that 12-year-old doing now?
I would say she's going through the motions, the challenges, but I will say she's very smart, she's very intelligent, and she's one brave little girl.
Is there a message to parents about this whole ordeal, or just the public, anything that you want people to take away from?
Absolutely. So I would just say, if you have to jump out of your car and run into your home or a store at any point, anytime, if there's someone in the back sleep, wake them up. If there's a child in the vehicle, take them with you. But please also make sure you always turn your engine off. Make sure your ignition is off, your keys are with you, and the door is locked.
As far as the 12-year-old, I mean, you don't have to get into specifics with this 12-year-old we'll go through, but as far as services that are given to the 12-year-old as a survivor and that trauma that child's going through right now, can you just talk about some of the city services that you know about that may help, I say, at least partial healing process?
Sure. So right next door to us, I'm pretty sure you see it when you ride up, is you see the sign that says PCA, and that stands for Philadelphia Children's Alliance. So they actually do all of our forensic interviews. But in addition to that, they also provide services, mental health services, for healing and for trauma incidents like this.
So is it like a lengthy process of therapy and,
Yes.
and things like that? Okay.
Yes. It's a lengthy process, but those at PCA, they're excellent. They make sure they work alongside the victims.
And I know you mentioned that you can't talk about the 17-year-old's rep sheet, but was he involved in other crimes before?
They'll be able to tell you more tomorrow.
And then I guess the reaction, I assume, from the mother, from the 12-year-old about the arrests, I assume they know that
Yes.
there's been an arrest and all this. They didn't know the person at all, or?
I don't believe they did. Like I said, I believe this was just a true crime of opportunity.
You said it was evidence recovered in the car that led to identifying him.
Yes, there was evidence in the car that was taken to our office of forensic science where there was analyzed, the DNA was analyzed, and it came back with a positive match.
And was the DNA kind of like shots at the top of the list, because they know there's a.
Yes, it was
black
expedited.
Did he say anything when he was arrested?
Not to my knowledge, no.
box. And when was
Any,
he?
like, in reference to any admission of guilt, no, not to my
Right.
knowledge.
And when was he arrested?
This morning, at his residence, yes, this morning.
Are you able to say, like, generically, what part of the city?
West Philly.